Have you ever watched a sunrise? The sky glows with hope, a reminder that God's love is always present, even when storms are coming. God speaks in quiet moments, whispers in the breeze, and reveals his power in creation. He had a plan for Noah, a plan that would change the world. Noah listened and trusted, even when it seemed impossible. Like Noah, we're invited to listen for God's whisper before the rain falls. He promises to guide us through every storm. The whisper before the rain is God's call to hope. Will we listen? The day came. Noah and his family stepped into the ark. The animals arrived 2 by 2, guided by God. Noah obeyed every command, leaving behind everything familiar. 8 people walked into the unknown, holding only God's promise. It was a leap of faith, a surrender to God's will. On that chosen day, the sky was still clear, no sign of rain. But Noah moved when God said to move. After they entered, God himself shut the door. The great door closed with a final secure thud, not by Noah's hand, but by God's. God's message was clear. You are mine, I will protect you. Inside the ark, they were safe from the coming storm. When we step into God's will, he surrounds us with his protection. He closes the door on our fears and doubts. God's timing is perfect. He knows when to wait and when to act. Sometimes faith means moving before the storm arrives. Sometimes it means trusting God to shut the door behind us. The ark was more than a boat. It was a symbol of God's care. When we obey, he shelters us. He makes us secure in his faithfulness. The journey began with a single step of trust. Will you take that step? God is waiting to lead you to safety. For years, Noah built the ark while the world watched and mocked. People laughed. No one had ever seen rain, let alone a flood. Noah faced ridicule and loneliness, but he listened to God, not the doubters. His faith was stronger than their disbelief. He kept his eyes on God's promise, not the world's scorn. Pleasing God mattered more than pleasing people. We all face moments when others don't understand our faith. The pressure to conform is real, but Noah's story reminds us we're never alone when we walk with God. Noah's strength came from his daily relationship with God. He didn't build the ark alone. God was with him. Faith isn't a one-time choice, it's a daily walk. When we feel isolated, we can turn to God in prayer and remember his promises. He gives us strength to stand firm, even when the world doubts. Noah's courage is our example. Trust God's voice above the noise. Build your life on his word, not the world's opinions. Faith may look foolish to some, but it's the path to God's promise. Stand strong, even if you stand alone. God will honor your faith. The rain began, 40 days and nights of relentless storm. The world disappeared beneath the floodwaters, but for Noah it was the start of salvation. The same waters that destroyed lifted the ark to safety. We all face storms, illness, loss, fear that feel overwhelming. The floodwaters of life can make us feel like we're drowning. In those moments, faith is tested. It's easy to trust God in calm, harder in chaos. Noah's story teaches us storms are not the end. Our ark is faith, our refuge when the waters rise. Trust in God's goodness, even when you can't see the shore. When you feel like giving up, enter your ark. Hold on to God's promises. The storm that threatens to destroy may be lifting you to a new place. God is with you in the flood. He will bring you through. The storm will pass. Hold on to hope. Your rescue is on the way. Inside the ark, the world was chaos, but Noah's family was safe. God was their shield, their fortress. He didn't just put them in the ark, he stayed with them. Genesis says, God remembered Noah. To be remembered by God is the greatest comfort. In the middle of the flood, God focused on one family. He cared for them, provided for them, and brought them through. When we're in our own storms, it can feel like God has forgotten us. But he never does. He sees your tears, hears your prayers, and knows your fears. God's protection is perfect. He sustains us through every trial. He provides what we need, strength, shelter, and support. His faithfulness is our daily bread. Even in chaos, God is with us. He gives us peace inside the storm. Trust his presence. He will carry you until the waters recede. You are safe in his care. After months, the waters receded and the ark rested on dry ground. Noah and his family stepped out into a new world. God had kept his promise. The first thing Noah did was worship, grateful for deliverance. God made a covenant. Never again would he destroy all life with a flood. He set a rainbow in the sky, a sign of hope and a promise that storms won't last forever. Our storms too will end, the rain will stop, the sun will shine, and God will bring us through. When we're in the middle of struggle, it feels endless, but God is working. He's guiding us to a safe place and preparing a new beginning. Don't give up. Remember Noah's faith and God's faithfulness. Look for the rainbow. God's signs of hope are all around. He always keeps his promises. He is with you in the storm and waiting with a new day. Trust his plan. Hold on to hope. Your victory is coming. The rainbow is God's reminder you are not forgotten. Every storm has an end. God's love remains. Step into your new beginning.